There's a cooler breeze in the air, and do I have a great recommendation for you. So if you're looking for a great American IPA and one that will surely make you look like a connoisseur, then join me on this tasting. My name is Eddie, and I have tasted and sampled many beers from all over the world, and it is my passion to help you find that perfect beer you're looking for. Whether you're looking to try something new or there is something very specific that you're looking for to pair with your food, I got your back. Welcome back, beer lovers. Thank you for spending the next few minutes with me. As I said in the intro, my name is Eddie, and on this channel I taste and review all kinds of beers and give you my most honest opinion about them, as well as some ideas to pair them with your food, just like the one you're about to watch. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon down there so you're notified every time I release a new beer review video. And if you like the video, give me that thumbs up button, let me know you like it. So today I have a classic American IPA, none other than from our friends at Terrapin up in Georgia, Hopsecutioner. Yes, my friends, and it is what they call their flagship beer, and it is a really good American IPA and one that definitely get your taste buds up there, because it has, I think, about 60 IBUs, which is the international bitterness units. So it has some character and some hoppiness to it. And look what I have here. The Tulip is the glass I recommend if you want to enjoy the full benefits of tasting such a great beer. As always, if you want to get your own set of Beer Connoisseur TV glasses, check out the description below, see how you can get your own set of Beer Connoisseur TV glasses. And let's start pouring this here today. I love this part. I love the whole process, right? Oh, there's a little bit of sediment back there that I wasn't expecting, but look at that. Where do we always start? We start with appearance and, more importantly, the 3 C's of appearance, which are color, clarity, and carbonation, right? Look at that golden amber color. That is definitely a very, very, very bright golden amber there. As far as clarity, it's a little bit cloudier than I expected, to be honest with you. It is pretty clear. There's a slight bit of sediment there that may have accumulated at the bottom of the can there. It is a little bit cloudy, but not that cloudy. And as far as carbonation, not a lot of action. I do see some bubbles rising from the center of the glass there, and so I would call that probably medium, but on the low end of that medium. And look at that head of foam. You saw it was a complete head of foam of almost 2 inches when I poured it, and it's dissipating rather quickly. You still have maybe a little bit less than an inch, about 2 fingers still, but it's dissipating rather quickly. Now, let's go for the aromas, right? Well, this beer has 6 varieties of hops, and you definitely notice that in the aromas. There's a lot of herbal tones in here. There's some fruit juices. I would call it maybe pineapple, mango, papaya, maybe some pine hoppiness there, and maybe like a little bit of honey. Maybe that's the malt, backbone there, the malty base. There's kind of like a honey caramel aroma. There are lots of distinguishable aromas there, but pretty well balanced. I wouldn't say any one of them overpowers the other, but pretty big bouquet of aromas there, if I can call it that. Now, let's taste it. And To be honest, I've had Hopsecutioner before, but I'm going to enjoy it here and I'm going to describe everything I am tasting here for you, my audience. Well, it is definitely hoppy and bitter all throughout. Starts very bitter, the tip of the tongue, so that's the first thing you feel is that bitterness. Then the middle of the palate, actually you get a lot more of that malty backbone, which is, it almost feels like a red amber there for a few seconds with that, you know, kind of like sweet honey, caramel base, and some of those sweet juices. Some of that, it wasn't as big into the fruit juices in the flavor as much as the aromas. So be honest with you, don't fear it because it was hoppy to start. Then the caramel, honey, malt backbone kind of shows up with just a little bit of sweetness from maybe some of that papaya, mango. And then the end was pretty bitter still. I would call that, you know, maybe like even spicy kind of bitterness towards the end of the flavor, but pretty bitter all throughout. I would call that medium body. And yeah, so that's what I would call it. Now, the part that you come to me, the part that makes you a connoisseur, the food pairings. Now, traditionally, IPAs are good to pair with bold foods. A classic American IPA like Hopsecutioner, this is kind of like the example of the style, right? This is the true IPA, so stay with those recommendations and you're going to do fine. We're talking about spicy dishes like spicy Indian dishes or Asian dishes, Mexican dishes, grilled foods. All those bold flavors will go great with this one. Now I'm going to throw a couple of specific recommendations for you here. A classic cheeseburger with cheddar cheese, that will definitely go great with this beer because you're going to be able to play on a lot of the harmonies from, you know, the grilled charred burger. It's going to have some of the smokiness. It's going to really harmonize really well, and the cheddar cheese, which is going to be my recommendation for cheese, it's also going to go really well with the beer. I think this will go great with a veal stew with some potatoes. Make sure there's some potatoes there in that veal stew. Nice rich sauce there. Yes, that will go great. Now, I think if you like smoked meats, like you know, summer sausage or some salami, go with some smoked sausage. And that's just, I know that's just a tapa or an appetizer snack, but yes, that will also go great with this beer. And I think I'm also going to go from some of the classic pairings in this book, in this rule book, a spicy beef Indian curry. Yes, this beer has enough punch in it to stand up to a nice beef spicy Indian curry. It's going to really go pair really well, and it's going to help you enjoy that bite after bite by putting out some of that fire from the curry. As far as the cheese, you heard me say it already, a nice sharp or even maybe slightly smoked cheddar cheese is going to be my recommendation to you. Now, you know, you can always trust me to leave you a dessert recommendation, a dessert pairing. Today is no exception. I think you're going to enjoy the recommendation I have for you down there. So go ahead, open the description below, find that treasure, that gift from me to you. Now, let me ask you, have you had Hopsecutioner before? I hope you have. If you haven't, you're missing out. Let me know what you think about it. Throw me some comments below. Have you paired it with anything? What is your opinion of it? I'd love to hear what you think. Now that concludes today's lesson, my friend. I hope I have helped you increase your beer knowledge as we're both on this journey of becoming beer connoisseurs. And I encourage you to be on the lookout over the next few days when I release my next beer review video. And until then, enjoy!